Hello, this is Roman Gabriel, and you are listening to The Grilling Truth.
Welcome, everybody, to Week 9 of the NFL's Weekly Pick'em Show, brought to you by GridIronMo, an interactive football app where you get to call what you think the offense or defense should do during a live NFL game and see what all others have called also. Check out GridIronMo at www.gridironmo.com. As always, I'm your host, Mike Goodpaster, and we had a little anomaly, just like the Bengals and Redskins. We had a tie this week between everybody but one person, and I will introduce that person first. He is the biggest loser, Matt Andruscavage.
Well, it had to happen at some point, and I went on a limb, took the Browns, and they blew it for me. Had they won, I'd have been in first, but it didn't work out.
Well, that's not as bad as a new addition to our show tonight who thought Blake Bortles was going to be a Pro Bowl quarterback this year. Os Davis, how you doing?
Hey, I'm happy to be here, and I would just like to say to all the listeners out there that I don't have any man crushes, bromances, or alliances with anybody on this show. I disagree with all of them all the time. They're always wrong.
Well, not yet you don't, but peer pressure will get to you. Next up, a guy who lives in Colorado and used to work security. Used to be a security guard for John Elway. Help us welcome to the show, Mark Cooper.
Give him an hour. He'll have a man crush on me, I promise.
Yeah, I mean, just like Matt does, but that's all right.
No man crushes here, but...
Well, I mean, it was Oz that told me to bring that up when we were off air one time. He said, what's up with that Coop and Matt thing? I said, I don't know. We've been all wondering that.
Hey, we're brothers.
Yeah.
Also, let's welcome to the show another person that tied for first this week, Aaron Zepnick. How you doing, Aaron?
Feels good to be tied for first. And did you bring Oz on because I was the fifth wheel? I was the only one lacking a man crush, or what?
No, we brought Oz on because we're getting ready to replace either you or Brian.
Wow.
That's a joke. But
especially if your Packers got spanked.
Ooh, Coop's already fired a shot.
In fact, I was pretty dead on what would happen in the game.
Really? Because you picked Green Bay. You picked Green Bay.
Yeah.
That's dead on.
It was a one-point game. You guys were saying they'd lose by 2 touchdowns. Get real.
Nobody said 2 touchdowns. We said they would not be able to stop the Atlanta Falcons.
Well,
I just said they didn't have enough to stop them and they would outscore them.
If Mike McCarthy doesn't go into chicken shit conservative mode and play like he has a 2-touchdown lead, they win that game.
Okay. Well, there's always a would have, could have, should have for the team that loses. So, Brian Schmidt, how you doing?
I'm doing good, and this is a sidebar. Oz, I have to go to bed. I have to get up in the morning so we can keep this show to under 2 hours. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you've never talked to Oz before, Coop, but he's a different kind of person. He lives in California, and he likes to go off on rants sometimes. But let's start off like we do every week. We'll let Oz go first as he's new. What's your big takeaway from Week 8 of the NFL season?
One big takeaway from Week 8. Well, I think that, oh boy, and this is going to kill me to admit it, but I think your new favorite to win that NFC North is the Green Bay Bloody Packers. I think the Vikings are starting to look really exposed. I think they are trending down, as the kids might say nowadays. And I'll also say this. I said this on the fantasy show earlier. Dallas is good, aren't they? Damn, those Cowboys are good. I like them. Right now, they've got to be considered the odds-on favorites to take the NFC. No? At this very moment.
You see what we mean, Coop? I asked what his one takeaway was from the week, and it ended up being
Sorry, I guess sneak.
Well, valid point about the Cowboys.
Coop, you're up.
Well, like I said to you multiple times, Phillip Rivers was not going to come to the Broncos' house and win. Did I not? And you just fought and fought and fought, and you rant and you raved, and guess what happened?
I didn't rant and rave. I just said that I thought that he would win the game, and he damn near did, and that makes me right if we go by Aaron's criteria.
Okay. Anyway, you can't. It's tough to come to the house and beat Broncos.
Well, I'm going to be like Aaron and say, well, I was pretty much right, except for I was wrong on the game prediction. Matt?
The one thing I really got out of this week.
You got to be pleased with that.
I was
the Rams
very pleased with that.
Either.
We had a hard-fought game with the bye, and we were able to kick a field goal at the end and win. So didn't have to lose to the bye week. But
I thought quarterback outplayed both of yours.
No doubt about it. I was going to say that next. Our quarterbacks did not play as well as the bye week. But
all right, Brian.
The Patriots, I think, are the top team, and they just are so impressive. So that's really what I got.
Yeah, take away, Brian.
Atlanta Falcons. I like them. Next.
See, you see how Brian did that? I guess I'm up next, and my take would be the Atlanta Falcons. I like them too. I like Green Bay. They're both good teams, but they both have serious problems defensively. Whether it's injuries or just they can't really stop that many people. And I'll tell you, Matt Ryan and Aaron Rodgers both played out of their minds. So the question is, can Matt Ryan continue that through the playoffs? And can Aaron Rodgers string a couple games together where he plays like that? Because it's been a while since he's strung a couple together like that. We'll start off. Oz, we'll let you go first. Atlanta at Tampa Bay. Or did I get Aaron's take?
Takeaway.
Did I get Aaron's take? No, I remembered you, Aaron.
Yeah, I was kind of stole my thunder on Minnesota. I think they're exposed, and I actually you'll like my upset pick this week. So.
All right, we'll start off with Oz since he's the new guy. Atlanta at Tampa Bay, which is actually a good game, I think, for once on a Thursday night.
I was looking forward to calling somebody wrong about this one too. I really want to take Tampa Bay here, but now they're saying Jacquizz Rodgers isn't going to play. He left the last game. He's questionable for this week, okay? But I think even if he's playing at less than 100%, that's huge. I mean, all of a sudden they look like Green Bay. All of a sudden they look like they have no natural running backs back there. And that's just too big a hole in and of itself, I think. I think you have to go with Atlanta. I don't think they will play as well as they did last week, and I don't think that this is the week that Julio Jones puts in another monster game, but I think Atlanta's got enough to win here. I'll go with the Falcons.
And you got to question how healthy Julio Jones is. I mean, he was banged up from early on in that game. Plus, you got Tevin Coleman. Is he going to play this week?
Do you need him to? Can't you just run with Freeman?
Well, I think Tevin Coleman's the best running back they have. I think Freeman's more of an all-arounder. They're both all-around running backs, and you can never have enough of them. Coop, Atlanta, Tampa Bay.
I'm taking Atlanta all the way across the board on. I just don't think their offensive line is very good. I think they'll manhandle the Tampa Bay's defense. I think the DBs aren't as good as aren't very good. So I think Atlanta will actually tear up the Bucks.
All right, Brian.
Got to go with Atlanta. I like them.
I thought we already established that, Brian, but Matt?
Yeah, I think the more I look at it, I think Atlanta is the team that's going to win this game. I think it'll probably be a little bit of a closer game than we think, but I think Atlanta will come out on top.
All right, I agree. I think their ability to run the ball and throw the ball, they'll be able to score points. Jameis Winston's been a little iffy from time to time this year, to say the least. So I'm going to agree with everybody. Go with Atlanta. Next game, Coop, Carolina, who I was the only one to pick to beat Arizona last week, at Los Angeles to play the Rams.
Did Aaron pick?
No, I didn't pick the game, Mike.
This one extra person's killing me here. Go ahead, Aaron.
Atlanta.
Okay. Well, then I was right. Everybody picked them. So since we did that to Aaron, we'll let you go first. Carolina at L.A.
This is an intriguing game to me. L.A. has been pretty good at home, but I think Carolina may be finding their groove. I'm going to pick Carolina on the road. I think the refs will have a high alert for good old
Crybaby
Cam. I think they'll get a call maybe in a big moment in that game, and then they'll have something else to talk about. The NFL will have another black eye coming. So I pick Carolina. Close game.
All right, Oz, your Rams against Carolina.
Okay, Aaron's wrong here. As bad as Jeff Fisher is as a head coach, it's not even bad, it's just lame. As mediocre as he is as a coach, look, he's 7-1-1 in his last 9 weeks after the bye. Okay, if there's one thing he can do, it's plan in advance. I believe he's 6-3 in opening day at that time. As long as you give this guy like 2 weeks or more to make a game plan, he can make a pretty solid game plan. Meanwhile, I think that, Carolina's just going to be way too paranoid about the referees' calls during this game to actually play some football out there on offense. So I'm going with the Rams. I don't think the Rams can score more than like 16, 17 points, but I still think they can win this game.
All right, Coop.
Oh, as much as he is such – first off, was he in a Halloween outfit when he was crying on stage?
What was that?
I mean,
it's like the Easter Bunny meets.
It was Willy Wonka.
Yeah,
it was an interpretation of Willy Wonka.
Could have been the most bizarre outfit I've ever seen a player wear in the history of football. and I played. Cap. Yeah, I played in front of tough guys: Jim Kelly, John Elway, Vinny Testaverde, you name it. And you know what? I just can't. I can barely stand the crying, but. The Rams, every time I pick the Rams, they kill me. So I have to go with the crybaby Carolina Panthers.
All right, Brian?
As much as it pains me to go with Carolina because I'm not a big fan, but I got to go with Carolina. I can't get into the Rams. I don't know what it is. I can't ever get excited about them. I watch them, I yawn, and I take a nap.
I know what it is. There's nothing to get into. There's nothing to get excited about.
Yeah, I watch the Rams. I take a nap. So
right,
I got to go with Carolina.
I can't blame you. I know exactly what it is. No.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Carolina too. And Oz, I think you're dead wrong here, since you wanted to talk a little crap to Aaron.
No, I decided I'm going to talk crap to anybody who I think is wrong. Because, I said, I think all you guys are always wrong.
So you're just going to be generally an asshole. All right, Matt.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't really like to do it either, but I think Carolina gets this done on the road. I just don't know that I think Carolina is going to be able to get some points. I just don't know where the Rams are going to get their offense from, so Carolina.
Yeah.
All right, so we picked a game and didn't forget anybody. All right, next up, Matt's pathetic San Francisco 49ers against the New Orleans Saints. Matt?
Number 1 draft pick. Here we come. So I think New Orleans has a good game on the road. Drew Brees, as we all know, I don't like to pick them on the road very often, but I think they'll have a good week. So New Orleans will win this game.
All right, Aaron?
I agree. I'm going New Orleans.
Brian?
I agree. I'm going New Orleans as well. It's hard to pick this game.
Yeah, there's not much to say about this game. Coop?
Well, being the Niners won one last week on the bye week, I'm still going with
they're not going to string 2 weeks in a row where they don't lose.
No, that'll be our last win of the year.
Team. They're 1 in a row team.
Yeah, I'm going to take New Orleans because San Francisco, as I said, they're just pathetic. All right, Detroit at Minnesota. Since Aaron loves both teams, we'll let him pick first.
New Orleans.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, it was that time.
Yeah, you got to forget one of us on every round.
Since he wanted to be an asshole, I figured I'd forget him. Detroit at Minnesota. Aaron, since you're a fan of both teams, I'll let you pick it first.
I'm picking Detroit. I think they'll outscore Minnesota, actually, with Minnesota's got half of their secondary banged up with Rhodes and Zendejo. And the absence of Jerick McKinnon and Adrian Peterson obviously is glowing. They don't have much of a running game either. They really only have one consistent weapon in Stephon Diggs at receiver. Kyle Rudolph's a good tight end. I just don't think they have enough offensively. Their offensive line really played like crap against Chicago last night, and they were exposed. And I think it's counting down the quarters, as Oz said on our fantasy show, till Sam Bradford actually goes down.
All right, Coop?
Going with the Lions. They've surprised us a number of times this year, and the Vikings are falling apart. Offensive line's dismal. A lot of injuries. Like you guys said, I'll agree with it being exposed, but at the same time, they're just injury-riddled.
Mm. All right, Oz?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a team that depends on secondary. It's a top-ranked defense, but it's all about the secondary, and they've got problems there. I also think this may be the game when Sam Bradford goes full Bradford. And as Matt put it, you never go full Bradford. Got to go with Detroit.
Now, number 1, you said you were always going to disagree with, and you've agreed with.
I know. I really want to.
Told you that man crush happened already.
I know. Now he's in love with everybody.
He's crushing on all of us.
All right, Matt.
I love you guys.
I am going to be the one to go out on the limb. I did it last week with Cleveland. Maybe this is the game that throws me in last again. But I think Minnesota is going to play a little better at home. I don't think Xavier Rhodes is going to be out for this game. We'll probably find out more tomorrow, but it doesn't sound too severe. I know they've got problems on the offensive line. I think they're just going to be up for this game. This is going to be looked at as a must-win. I think they'll do enough to win this game. I think it'll be kind of an ugly game, but I think Minnesota will win this game at home.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Matt on this, just because Detroit does not play as well on the road. I mean, they were, scoreless at halftime in Houston. They ended up only getting 13 points. I'm going to go with Minnesota. Brian?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Minnesota as well. I believe that if it was a different team playing Minnesota, a different situation, I'd probably go against them with the injuries and the problems. And I do believe they are starting to get exposed. But I just don't think Detroit can do enough on the road to win this game. I want to believe that Detroit can be good in this game, but I'm going to go with Minnesota.
All right, Brian, your Pittsburgh Steelers at the Baltimore Ravens.
If Ben plays, Steelers. If Landry plays, big-time toss-up.
What do you pick, Brian?
I'm going to go with Steelers, but going to depend on who plays. So.
All right, Matt?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as Brian, so I guess I got to pick one. I'm going to say that Ben Roethlisberger does not play and Baltimore will win, but who knows?
Oz?
Baltimore wins, and I don't care who's at quarterback for Pittsburgh. Baltimore's going to win.
All right, I agree with Oz for once, which means I'll be dead wrong.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. I think they win no matter who plays also. I just think Baltimore's defense will play well. And the other thing is this. If Ben comes back and plays, it'll be a few weeks since he'd play. You got to be a little bit rusty, which he usually is when he's coming off the injuries. And Baltimore always plays them tough, so I'm going to go with Baltimore. Coop?
All right, I'm man-crushing you two guys and going with the Ravens. They had an off week, a bye week, so they'll probably get extra preparation, and they'll beat the Steelers.
All right, Aaron?
I agree. I'm going with Baltimore at home.
Who'd you take?
Baltimore at home.
All right. Next game. I guess I'll pick it. Jets in Miami. I'll go with Miami. They've been playing better. The Jets just beat the Browns, but it's the Browns. Coop?
Yeah, Miami. Dolphins had an off week. They're playing better. I just can't buy into the Jets helter-skelter all year, so I'm sticking with the Dolphins.
All right, Aaron?
I'm going with the Dolphins as well. They both had a bye week. The Jets played the Browns, and Miami had a bye-bye. I think Miami's offense, they're getting the running game going with Ajayi, and Jarvis Landry is a pretty good receiver. Their defense has been playing pretty solid, getting better. I think this is a team that we kind of expected the Jacksonville Jaguars to be. I think they're young. They're going to really improve, and I think they beat the Jets at home.
Matt?
Where's it at?
Miami.
At Miami.
Miami. Okay. Miami.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go with Miami. I think the offense is pretty good. Not really sure what's going on with the Jets. Just not sure they're going to get this one done. So, yeah, I'll go with Miami.
All right, Oz?
Man. It's just that the Jets suck. I can't take the Jets. I can't. Miami's just going to throw Jay Ajayi at them all day. Got to go with the Dolphins. Sorry. It's a
all right, Brian?
Yeah, it's the same way. I got to go with the Dolphins. I just can't get excited about the Jets. I just can't do it. They should have lost to the Browns last week. So I just can't get excited about them.
Yes, they should have.
All right, Brian, Tennessee at San Diego.
Going with San Diego. I think San Diego's a fairly decent team. I think Tennessee's all right. But I still just can't get sold on them either. Much as I try to, I just can't get sold on them. So I got to take San Diego.
All right, Oz.
Houston at San Diego? Yeah, it's got to be
San Diego.
Tennessee at San Diego? Yeah, okay. Tennessee at San Diego.
Yeah, do you want us to write it down, and I'll send you a text so you can read it?
Can you do it that quickly?
I could do it that quickly, honestly, if you can read. But Tennessee at San Diego.
Tennessee at San Diego. No, Tennessee. Tennessee. Tennessee is trending up. I think Tennessee is going to make people think that perhaps at least 25% of the AFC South is not such a joke. I think they're going to end this season with about 10 wins. I think they're trending up, and I think they're going to go into the playoffs hot. The winning starts now. They're going to win this game.
Matt?
Right.
Yeah, I also like Tennessee. I like their offense a lot. I like Mariota. Defense plays good enough to win. San Diego just finds a way to lose a lot of games. They'll get a lead and they'll lose it. I think Tennessee goes in there and wins. Good run game, good receiving. Go Tennessee.
All right.
Thank you,
Aaron.
Matt. That was really nice of you.
Why don't you shut up, Oz?
No problem.
Let's see. Aaron.
Yeah, I'm actually.
Now it sounds like the man crush is going to be between Oz, crushing on Matt.
Exactly. I'm trying to throw you
a little
off.
sickening.
Who's getting jealous?
Yeah,
He's already talking about it.
I got to deflect now. I got to take whatever Oz doesn't so he can go elsewhere because it's getting a little uncomfortable here.
Yeah, he's more comfortable hanging on Coop's coattails.
Because he thought he could fulfill a fantasy.
That's why you guys do a fantasy football show.
Yeah,
I've said it once, I'll say it 100 times. If you're an adult male and your fantasy does not involve a half-naked woman, there's something wrong. Aaron?
I'm going with San Diego. I think Phillip Rivers is a better quarterback. I think they play in a tougher division, so it looks like San Diego's not as good. But you look at the AFC West there, you got the Raiders with 2 losses, Denver with 2 losses, Kansas City with 2 losses, or 3. Either way, I think San Diego's a more complete team than Tennessee. I just can't get behind them. So I'm taking Phillip Rivers.
Oh, sorry about that. All right, Coop.
Oz and Matt are on crack. They don't have a chance. Tennessee doesn't have a chance against the Chargers. You kidding me? Freaking Rivers. As much as I have talked bad about the guy, I earned a whole bunch of respect for the way that guy battled and threw off his. You know, he reminded me of Brett Favre, a gunslinger. I mean, he was dropping balls off the left, the right, and off the arm and everywhere else. So the Chargers are going to crush the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, and just like Brett Favre, he almost always loses in the playoffs. I'm going to go with Tennessee. I'm going to go with the idiots. I'm going with Tennessee. I like Mariota. I think he's playing really well. I think they have a more complete team than San Diego. DeMarco Murray running the ball. I mean, who's San Diego got as their weapons? Plus, they lost.
San Diego doesn't have a defense either.
Well, Melvin Gordon is having a hell of a year, but see,
Hunter Henry's been pretty good. Travis Benjamin's been pretty good.
Yeah, but Benjamin's not playing 100% in this game. So.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. 3 of us are going to be wrong. 3 of us are going to be right. So Oz and Matt will be right because they agree with me.
Or we'll all be wrong and they'll tie.
Just like Indianapolis at Green Bay, which I've been right about more often than anybody else here. Indianapolis at Green Bay, Aaron.
You don't even have to ask me.
I know, because you're just a homer. You're not really going to pick the game. All right.
Indianapolis' offensive line is horrendous.
Indianapolis as a team is pretty much just horrendous. They've got Andrew Luck, and that's about it.
Yeah, and I think they'll throw the ball a lot, and I think T.Y. Hilton could have a big day. But again, one guy getting his doesn't always mean a win. So I'm going with the Packers at home. I think their pass rush will get on track here.
Yeah, and the Colts have next to no pass rush, no DBs. Aaron Rodgers by default is going to have a second great game in a row because the Colts stink. I'm going to go with the Colts also, or with the Packers also. Coop?
Well, no, you can't change your mind now. Remember from weeks past.
Nobody likes a dumbass or a smartass. That's why, Brian doesn't have any friends.
Hey, fellas. He can't change his mind, Kenny. I'm thinking the Green Bay Packers because the Packers are on track to beat the Colts.
Are you making fun of people
Aaron
from Wisconsin there? Because Aaron doesn't really talk like that.
Oh, okay. Well, a little bit.
Not really, he doesn't. Aaron, say something.
Something.
See? He didn't say nothing like you would say something. All right, Brian.
I don't talk like Chris Berman on crack.
I'm going Green Bay. Indianapolis is garbage.
Ooh, he said the G word, garbage. Mr. Andruscavage.
Yeah, Packers will beat the Colts. Colts are terrible. Packers won't have any trouble with them. they'll win the game.
All right, so here's a chance for Oz to disagree with all of us. Oz, you going to have any balls, or are you going to just shrink in a corner?
I have balls. Indianapolis wins this game. Look.
Picking the
Sure. Why not?
Why?
Y'all are talking about Green Bay like they're some powerful team. It's like
no, it's because the Colts are bad. It's not because they're good.
Yeah, the Colts suck.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with anything else.
This is true. Yeah, the Colts do not have much. But then I seem to recall recording a fantasy show not long ago where I heard that some guys were going to go off for Indianapolis this week, like Frank Gore, maybe guys like this. So I'll take Indianapolis. I mean, this game's going to be a lot closer than you guys think, I think, because Green Bay is not that good. They're just not.
What fantasy football show are you talking about, by the way?
Oh, it's here at thegruelingtruth.net. That's the Truth About Fantasy Football, co-hosted by Matt Andruscavage, Andrew Zepnick, and a awesome dude.
Did you just call Aaron Zepnick Andrew Zepnick?
Did I? Okay, Aaron Zepnick.
I don't know. Andrew sounds
Aaron
pretty
Luck.
good, Aaron. Have you ever thought about changing it?
Aaron Luck and Andrew Zepnick.
Aaron Luck and Andrew Zepnick. All right. And also, if you want to hear a preview of the Packers-Colts game, Aaron, do you know where anybody can hear that?
Yes, at thegruelingtruth.net. The Titletown Huddle show will be done tomorrow night, Wednesday night. It'll be up probably Thursday, I would imagine. So make sure you get out and listen to that.
All right.
Well, I didn't know we were doing a commercial break.
Next up, Coop, you want your own show? You got it, all right. The musings of Coop. All right, we'll start off with Coop. Dallas at Cleveland. We'll see if Oz.
Oh my goodness! Come on. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody should pick Dallas, but I think we'll have a stray in the bunch.
All right,
that Valley girl.
Do you want to be the Valley girl since you're from California?
Oh, are you kidding? Look, I live in California. I'm not from California. No, I am. There's no way. You can't take Cleveland in this game. I want to say this, though. Okay, here I'm going to waste a little bit of time. Take a nap.
Here you go, Brian.
Take a nap, some of you guys. Okay, back in the day, in those days when the Lions were racking up the 0-16 seasons and Marianelli was the coach and Matt Miller was the idiot at the control. Okay, I remember this team. This team was worse, far worse than this Cleveland Browns team. This Cleveland Browns team is not an 0-16 team. They're going to win a couple of games.
You're tired.
It's just
you're
not
poor. You're huddle fast.
Cowboys.
I don't think Cleveland plays San Francisco, though, this year, do they?
By the time we're done with this show, they'll be playing the game on Sunday.
Now, I will say this. I believe that Cleveland has a better chance to beat Dallas than Indy does Green Bay. And the reason I say that is Dallas is coming off a huge win this week. They're going to go on the road to Cleveland. And Cleveland, I think the only games they've really been blown out of was the New England game. They lost by the Bengals.
They're going to shrivel in a corner.
But so I'm going with Dallas also. Aaron?
I was trying to get you to pick Cleveland there. Yeah, I'm going with Dallas as well. I think Ezekiel Elliott will bust out 2 bills. He's going to run for 200+.
Well, see, Aaron, the difference between me and Oz is this. I don't shrivel in the corner and cower and give in to peer pressure the way Oz does.
How's that?
Because I just said, are you going to have balls or not? And you felt threatened as a man, so you picked Indianapolis.
Yeah, right. Infallible logic.
Oz, Dallas or Cleveland, did you pick this one yet?
Yes, and I'll say it again, Dallas.
All right, Matt?
Dallas, no question. Dallas will win.
All right, so we all agree Dallas, but I think Cleveland could score in this game. All right, next up, I'm gonna let Oz go first because he is the president of the Blake Bortles fan club. We got Jacksonville at Kansas City, Oz.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. You want me to go first on this one? Okay, Jacksonville.
Well, I just asked I mean, Jesus, do you want me to spell it out for you?
I'm going to take Jacksonville. You know why? Because I know the rest.
Because you're a moron.
Besides that.
Okay.
Besides that.
Low score does not win, Oz. What are you doing?
Oz thinks this is like golf, Coop. He thinks this is golf. He's going to get a birdie by the fourth game.
You can't pick Indy and Jacksonville on the road.
Sure,
what are you doing?
Why can't he?
He could, I guess.
Y'all know Oz. He's a contrarian. I mean, hell, he said Blake
right.
Bortles was the next Joe Montana, I think, at one point during your fantasy show.
Oh, something like that.
All right,
the throwing motion of Byron Leftwich.
Coop, do you want to go with Oz or do you want to go with the cool kids?
Kansas City Chiefs, AFC West. Great, one of the toughest divisions in the league this year. Kansas City crushes Jaguars, and they probably fire the coach.
But wait. Okay. Go ahead. I want 2 words at the end of all you guys speaking. I want 2 words.
It better not start with F and the second word with Y.
No.
Okay.
Come on.
All right. Brian, later on I'll explain to you what those 2 words were. Go ahead, Brian. Jacksonville and Kansas City.
Oh, gotta go with Kansas City. Jacksonville lost me a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, why would you have to go with Kansas City, Brian? Is it because you'd have to be a moron to pick Jacksonville?
That would be my thought, yes.
All right, so Matt?
Kansas City at home, whether it's Alex Smith or Nick Foles, I just don't think Jacksonville's defense is very good.
That's the 2 words. I want everybody that's taking Kansas City to know that you're taking Nick Foles. Okay?
Maybe. We don't know yet.
Yeah, and Nick Foles took the Philadelphia Eagles to the playoffs. When has Blake Bortles taken anybody to the playoffs, unless maybe took his mom or his girlfriend or something to the playoff game and bought a ticket? Because that's the only way Blake Bortles is getting to the playoffs anytime soon.
He probably couldn't afford the ticket.
All right.
He's stealing money from the Jags.
Aaron?
I'm going with Kansas City. You could have Nick Foles' mom play quarterback, and I'm still picking Kansas City.
Well, if Nick Foles' mom played quarterback, I mean, Oz would probably.
He's playing. He's the starter for she's the starter for San Francisco, isn't she?
No.
She's the one that's you guys drafted number 1 overall and hasn't.
Right. No, that's it. Okay. All right.
Who did that?
The Los Angeles Rams. Yeah, 2.0.
Okay, 2.0, whatever the hell that means. I don't just 2.0 shit, but
that's their average grade point average on their team.
Who's not picked this game yet? There's somebody, because I got 5 down here.
Brian.
Oh, me.
No.
All right.
You.
I'm going to pick Kansas City just because I'm not a moron. I thought we already established this. Next game. Buffalo at Seattle, Coop.
Oh, my goodness. That's going to be a good game. But I'm sticking with Seattle. They kind of get back on a roll here. And I just don't think Buffalo goes in there and can beat Seattle in Seattle.
All right, Matt.
I think Buffalo gives them a game, but Seattle probably pulls away in the 4th quarter and wins by 10. I'll go Seattle.
Brian?
Seattle. I just think Seattle at home, I think, are just too good.
All right, Oz?
See, now this is working the way it's supposed to. You guys are having your little circle jerk over here, and we all know that Buffalo is...
Yeah, and you're sitting in the middle, and it's all going to get all over you.
Yeah, okay. It's not Bukake. It's not Bukake. All right?
What's your language?
What it is
a children's show.
Yeah, that's what it is, a family program, right? This is what it is, okay? Look, is anybody impressed with the Seattle offense?
No, Matt's over there on the computer looking that up right now.
Yeah.
And, Matt, if you don't clear your history, your wife's going to get mad at you.
Exactly.
Got to delete it, right?
Use your alternate browser for this.
Incognito.
Who are you picking on?
I'm going with Buffalo because, look, nobody's impressed with the Seattle offense. They're not going to put up a lot of points, and Buffalo is not the Arizona Cardinals. They're not the Los Angeles Rams. They can play a low-scoring game and win. Buffalo wins.
Mike, this can't be Oz. Is this that drunk Steeler fan we had on last year?
Oh, that Clay dude? That was one of the best shows ever, though.
See?
Until we had to get rid of him. I think we either got rid of him or he just fell asleep. I'm not sure which.
So just have Oz go last, and he'll pick the underdog.
All right. So has everybody picked this game?
No, I have not. I'm going to go.
Okay, go ahead, Aaron. Sorry about that, but sometimes Oz goes on for so long I forget what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm going Seattle at home. I don't think their offense will have to be great at home. I think their defense will carry them. They play really inspired ball at home. I think Seattle will beat Buffalo.
All right, next up, Philadelphia at the Giants, Aaron.
Well, Philadelphia has been a hot and cold team too. Big game in the NFC East, but I'm going with Philadelphia.
All right, Coop.
Yeah, same here. Philadelphia's been good enough to stay in pretty much every game they've played, and after a big loss like that, I think they'll be out for revenge and they'll take it out on the Giants, even though they had a bye week last week. I think Philadelphia wins this, wins this one, even though it's in New York.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Philly. I think Philly's one of the best teams in the NFC actually this year. Complete team. They got a good defensive line. They can run the ball a little bit. Carson Wentz, they don't really have him. They don't ask him to do a lot throwing the ball deep, but they don't make a lot of mistakes. And really, the Detroit and Dallas games I saw, the case could be made that they actually outplayed both of those teams in those games and should have won it, but just blew it at the end. I'm going to go with Philadelphia. Matt?
Yeah, I like Philadelphia too. Doug Peterson's done a much better job than I thought he would have done. Overall, I like their offense, good defense. They're a good team. I think they'll win the game.
It's amazing what can happen when you get Chip Kelly off your sideline.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll find out next year.
Hopefully you guys find out sooner than that. But I'm hoping Chip Kelly gets a long-term contract. Brian?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Philadelphia. I think they'll come back strong. And again, they didn't play that badly at Dallas at all. So I think they're going to come back. I think they're going to win. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it'll be close, but I think Philadelphia will win it.
All right, Oz?
I think Chip Kelly is going to be coaching the Toronto Argonauts next season, to be honest.
I don't think he's going to get the job. I think he's going to coach like a 7-year-old team in San Francisco.
Be back in college, hopefully.
Yeah, high school. In any case, yeah, I'd really like to take the Giants here, but what the hell are they going to do? They can't play ball with Philadelphia right now. No way. Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, so Oz joined the circle that time.
Sorry, yeah. Can't do it every time. I don't have the magic on every game.
All right, so we'll go the final game, which I think is the game of the week, the Denver Broncos at the Oakland Raiders, and, of course, we'll start off with Coop.
It's Raider
Broncos,
week.
Baby!
Raider week. You know what? I'll tell you what, this is the game of the week. They are playing so damn good. It worries me. I'm going to stick with, I'm a homer, even in the black hole. I'm going with the Broncos because I think if we can pull one out there, we can pull one out at home. We may end up splitting with them like we did the Chargers just because they're playing really good football right now. If our offensive line, can get the job done, which I think they can, and our defense plays like they did last week, I think we beat them in the black hole, Broncos.
All right. Brian?
I got to go with Oakland. I think they're just playing way too well, and it's at home. And this is a big game for Oakland. You want to prove yourself as an elite team. This is a game you got to win, and I think they will.
All right, Matt.
Yeah, I think Oakland wins this game. Denver might keep this game close just because their defense is so good, but I think fourth quarter. We'll see a little bit more magic out of Derek Carr, and they'll find a way to win.
Shoulders don't just cherry pad. All right, Aaron?
It's a coin flip game. Either team could win this game, but what they say, home field's worth a field goal. I'll say Oakland by a field goal.
All right. I'm going to go with Oakland also. I think they're going to be able to score enough points even against Denver's defense, and Denver won't be able to score that much against them. I still think with Oakland's talent, at some point the defense is going to come around. Keep waiting on it, but I think it's a close game, but I'm going to side with Oakland on this one, and not just because I want to mess with Coop, but I do think Oakland will win the game.
You do. Just shut up and tell the truth.
Did anybody speak to you? Did somebody say Coop speak? I mean, I was trying to give my thoughts.
I did.
I was trying to say that, hell with it. I think Oakland's going to beat you 42-7. I think the Denver Broncos are a bunch of girls. There you go.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Check your record lately.
What's my record? I haven't played a game lately.
The Bengals.
Well, see, I don't disrespect your team by making fun of their name.
So?
The Broncos. That's the only thing I can come up with, though.
That is so bad. Oh, God.
Broncos.
I think you want to make some T-shirts. Denver Broncos.
Show's over.
Well, I mean, I became a Bronco. I liked the Broncos when they had the old helmets and the old uniforms, and I actually was a Broncos fan when you cost me $10 in the 10th grade by losing that Super Bowl, Coop. So,
sorry.
But I became
he feels bad about that.
Well, I became a Bronco fan because of that episode of Mork and Mindy where Mork tried to be a Denver Broncos cheerleader.
Nice. Very good.
You've got some issues.
I know. Oz got a little excited there, didn't he?
Yeah, nice reference. Well, nice, like 80s, like waste of my childhood reference. That's fantastic.
No, I think that was actually like late 70s on that one.
Was it? Yeah, I was a kid.
79 or 80.
Hey, listen, can I get in on this game and tell you that?
Well, since we were getting ready to come to you because you're the next one, yeah.
Awesome. All right. All you guys except Coop are wrong. All you guys except Coop are wrong. That's it. No, Denver's
there you go, Coop. There's your man crush.
Just say we can't all be wrong.
Told you.
Okay,
yeah.
He's going.
Coop. I just
love
went.
You, man.
No, see, there you go. It's infectious, I tell you, like a disease. It's good stuff. So last year, of course, these teams played twice, 16-10 in favor of Denver the first game, 15-12 in favor of Oakland the next game. If this one goes down to the defensive trenches, then you've got to go with Denver. I mean, Denver offense isn't awesome, but okay. Now look, here's the other stat I came up with for this game. The Broncos have given up 200 passing yards in a game only twice this season. That was to Matt Ryan and Phillip Rivers. The question is, do you believe Derek Carr is that good? If he is, then the Raiders are probably the favorite to win this game. But I think Denver shuts him down. I don't think he's going to pass for 500 yards in this game. That's for sure.
Well, no, but I think the question with Derek Carr is he ready to make that next step? I mean,
right, because this is a next step team. This is a statement game. If the Raiders win this game, it's a statement, and they cruise the rest of the season. They are
they win the division, I think, if they win this game.
Right. So a lot
I don't know either.
On.
That's why I think this game's a toss-up, because if you look, when they played Kansas City, who has a decent pass rush, but nothing like Denver, Kansas City shut Oakland down in Oakland.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, it's not like Alex Smith's a great quarterback either, so I might have to change my pick now so I can side with Coop and Oz.
Join the dark side.
I'm kidding. Well, it is the dark side if you're on it. Coop's all right.
Exactly.
Being over there darkens it up big time. But, all right, I hate to ask this, but Oz, do you have any final words?
Thanks for having me. Guys. A lot of fun. It's going to be even better when the results come in, and you guys are so wrong on like Indianapolis and Jacksonville and stuff. It's going to be awesome.
All right, so
and
you're coming
Seattle.
back next week also?
Who, me? I'll be here next week. Yeah, if you all will have me, I'll be here next week.
All right. Matt, we need to talk after the show, buddy.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Thanks for having Oz on, because I'm guaranteed not to take last place now.
Yeah, that is a good shot there.
Yeah, good spin.
So, Oz, are you going to let Aaron talk crap to you like that?
Oh, sure. Why not? I mean, after his Packers lose to the lowly, sucky Colts, that's all he's going to have. So.
Really, nobody even laughed at because that was such a stupid comment that nobody knows what to say now.
Yeah, I know. It's because all you guys think the Packers are going to beat the Colts. You see how wrong you are?
No, I think the Colts are going to lose. I don't think the Packers are going to win.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the Colts did lose 30-14 to Kansas City at home, so it makes perfect sense that they're going to go beat Green Bay in Green Bay.
Absolutely.
Okay, I just want to make that straight.
Their offensive line is as good as Dallas's.
Now, should we pick the election, Coop?
Trump.
I got Gary Johnson.
Oh, shut up.
I figured you'd take Jill Stein or something since she's pulling at 1%.
No, I'm gonna parlay Jacksonville, Indianapolis, and Gary Johnson. You know, Patty Power is giving me $10 million to 1. I can't figure it out. Can't figure it out.
I give you $25 million to 1. So
yeah, there you
still
go.
doing the show same day, same time next week, Coop?
Yeah, baby.
Tuesday night at 11.
Every week.
Coop, any final words? You got to meet Oz. That
game of the week.
Game
of the week last week was, Broncos Chargers. Game of the week is Broncos Raiders.
Yeah.
What's next week? I forget who we got next week.
Yeah, the game of the week was probably Philadelphia Dallas last week.
Yeah.
No, not if you're west of the Mississippi.
Yeah. Okay. Wherever that is. I don't know what a Mississippi is. All right, Brian, any final words?
No, I don't think there's really much left to say. This show has too much taken it out of me.
Matt?
No, I think everything that needs to be said has been said.
Aaron?
I just want to warn Coop, with that man crush with Oz, careful. He might be like herpes. That stuff stays with you like luggage.
Oz, do you have any response for that, or are you just going to cower in the corner again?
Here we go. Mixing the black ants with the red ants again, Mike. Yeah, okay. No, I got nothing for that. Come on now, I'm a herpy. That's not kind.
Yeah, that's not. That's really, over the line for this show, Aaron.
Yeah. There's a line in the sand, and you cross it.
Yeah, there's no, you can't do that, Aaron. You need to apologize now.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Not to me. You didn't call me a herpy.
Yeah.
Obviously, Oz at one point has had herpes, and it really hits home with him, and it is upsetting.
Oh, yeah. That's
I didn't.
You're from California. Everybody's had an STD out there, haven't they?
But see, I'm not from
California. He's pretty close to Coop.
Oz, you keep saying that. Where are you from?
Originally, I'm from New Hampshire, and then I lived like 10 years in New Mexico. I've lived like 20 years in Budapest, in Hungary. I've only lived
no
in
place
California.
will keep you for too long a time, is what you're telling us.
Yeah, exactly.
They even sent you out of the country at one point.
That's
right.
exactly what I was just going to say. Budapest and Hungary, I'm pretty sure there's a do not let Oz back in our country order right now.
Yeah, there's pictures of him all over the airport.
If
STD free over there.
If Trump gets in, they're going to extradite me again. So I don't know where they're going to send me.
You did say again at the end of that, right?
Yep. Yeah. Well, Clinton.
So what were you extradited for the first time, Oz?
Yeah, Bill Clinton did it before. Yeah, I blame him.
Bill Clinton did it before?
Yeah, it was Clinton's fault. Thanks, Clinton.
Really
thanks, Obama.
I thought Clinton's just had people killed if they didn't agree with him.
Pretty much.
I'm not that.
Don't get on that list.
I'm not that high up.
Wiener's next.
Died of natural causes, no head.
Mm-hmm.
Seen that list before.
Yeah, that just happens sometimes. Yeah.
All right, guys. So we will see you next Tuesday night for another.
Are we really going to do this Tuesday night? Wow.
I don't know. That's what I asked Coop. The election's next Tuesday night.
I've already voted, so Trump will already have won. We'll be good. We'll be celebrating.
All right. So everybody, we'll do the show Tuesday night. It'll air Wednesday, and you can hear Oz take a beating because he's a moron.
Yeah, well, I might be in Greenland by that point.
Oh yeah, the extradition.
Yeah. So I'll make it if I can.
Hey, I want to remind everybody, check out Gridiron Mo at www.gridironmo. We will have a Super Bowl trivia contest next Monday night. where a $25 Amazon gift card will be given for whoever wins it. You don't have to beat me or Matt, because if you listen to the 15 weeks of shows we did, that never happened. So Oz knows too, Coop, because Oz completely humiliated himself on the show twice.
I didn't humiliate myself the second time.
Yeah, but the first time he got like one question right out of 12.
First time was rough. Second time he did a little better.
Yeah, he was a little bit better. He still got beat like a drum, though, but he did put up a better showing. So make sure if you want to be on that show, we're going to take 4 contestants. Go to @GrillingTruth on Twitter, or you can send us an email at thegruelingtruth@gmail.com. Also, remember, we got the 49ers show with Dexter and Matt this week. We got the Rams show. Special guest with Tony Hunter and Oz will be former L.A. Ram quarterback, Philadelphia Eagle quarterback, 1969 NFL MVP Roman Gabriel will be on the Rams show with him. We get the CFL shows you can listen to if you want. You get the Rouge, White, and Blue with Oz and Joe Pritchard. You get the CFL Weekly Pick'em show with myself, Brian, and Oz. Next week the playoffs start, so we will have Dieter Brock back, CFL Hall of Fame quarterback, to do that show with us. You can listen to now the Bengals Weekly Show, the greatest team in football history, with me and Joe Kelly.
My God.
Oh, my God, it had to be Coop. But you remember that one time we beat you guys back in the 80s? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, 1981, the Bengals beat the Broncos 38-21 in Cincinnati. I just thought I'd bring that up. Were you there then when the Bengals beat the Broncos, Coop?
No, I came in the league in '83.
Oh, okay. Well, hell, y'all beat us in 83,
like a drum.
24-17, I think.
I remember that game.
I do too. I just watched it the other day. I used to videotape the Bengals games. If you give me $1 million.
Big Eddie. I can't remember Eddie's last name.
Huh?
Big Eddie.
Edwards.
Edwards. Defensive tackle. Eddie Edwards. Yep.
He was a hell of a player.
Hell of a player.
But I think he had like almost 70 career sacks, and nobody even remembers him. Still a Bengal all-time career leader. But also, we will have a NFL Legends show tomorrow, which you can hear tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern. I'll be interviewing former Cincinnati Bengal Tim Crumry. So make sure you check that out. Did you ever play against Crumry at all?
Did. He's a really matter of fact, I saw him at an FBU camp. Great guy. Still looks like he can play.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he just told me he just got done with like a 112-mile bike race a few months ago.
Really good guy.
I get tired just driving 112 miles. And we know Oz does.
Are you kidding? I walk 6 miles a day minimum.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Is that in the hour when you're in the yard, or is that in your cell also?
Yeah. But if you count me pacing the cell, it works out to 6 miles a day.
All right, everybody. So check out The Grueling Truth at thegruelingtruth.net. Catch us next week for the Week 10 NFL Pick'em Show, where we'll all be back to make fun of Oz. So, in the meantime, for Brian Schmidt, Os Davis, Matt Andruscavage, Aaron Zepnick, Mark Cooper, I'm Mike Goodpaster. You've been listening to The Grueling Truth, where the legends speak.